Here's my ArtStar 2 18-inch floor tom that's come all the way over from Washington State in the US. Been looking for this drum for quite some time now. Very happy to have got it. I thought I'd have a quick look around it and then have a look at dating it and see when it was made. Now these shells were the first maple shells that Tama ever produced, and they started making them in 1986 and they run through till about 91, I think, where they changed to ArtStar Customs, all the premium maple shells. And in that time they had two generations, and the first generation had the painted interior with this style bracket, the MTB50, and the second gen changed in 89, I think, which had the non-painted interiors and the cheaper two-post tom mounts. So with that, this has obviously got the painted interior and the MTB50, so it's certainly an earlier model between 86 and 89. The other clue I have is the tom mount on these have got the machined recess for the memory locks, whereas the very early versions didn't have them. So I would put this drum between 87, 88, but the badge itself won't tell you anything, even though it's got a serial number. So the only way you can really find out is by looking through the catalogues and doing a bit of research. So I reckon she's about 35 years old. The plan today is to strip it all down, clean the hardware up, see if there's anything that needs fixing. I mean, the biggest problems I foresee is that there's quite a few marks in the shell. I mean, I think a lot of them I'll be able to get out with some sanding and some messing about, but the actual stone chip style marks I'm not going to do a lot with at the minute. But these ones I think I can fix no problem, and these ones. So we'll give it a good clean up, and then we'll look at trying to get it onto the kit. So here's a better view of the painted interior. It is such high quality, very smooth, very cool. You can also normally still see the diagonal seam through the lacquer, and obviously the original grommet. Like I say, these were the first maple shells, 7mm thick Canadian rock maple, I believe. Got a screw missing there. Bearing edge all looks okay. It's all fairly uneventful. Only thing we've got to sort out is this bent lever on this bracket, and we've got a bit of a mark on the bearing edge. See if I can get this in focus so you can see it. There's a little mark in there, so we'll get some glue in and some sawdust and see if we can sort that out. The shell itself just needs a damn good clean up, and like I say, we'll see if we can tackle some of these marks. My favourite stuff in the world. Let's see what it does with these scratches. You can see here how bent this lever is. So we'll get that in the vise and try and straighten it. So I've warmed this up. It's only pot metal, so you've got to be really careful with it. I've tried to rig it up so it's going to be as gentle as possible. I can really control the force because they will snap. So just go really gently with this and see how it goes. We'll try and zoom in a bit. Alright, here we go. You can see it moving. Just a little bit at a time. That now looks straight, but I've probably got to go a little bit further just so it springs back. I just don't want to go too mad. I think that'll do us. Here's the repaired bearing edge. It's cleaned up quite nicely, filled up now, and hardware's all nice and clean, so we're ready to put the drum back together. Just fitting the last tom mount, and I realise now why there was a screw missing. You can see in there it's been snapped off, so we're going to have to repair that too. I've centre dotted this hole. You want to make sure that you drill bang in the middle of it, because if we can't get it out, which is highly likely, we're going to have to helicoil it. So you always want to make sure you get that in the middle. Right, we've got a hole in there now. We'll try and get the easy out on it to start with. You never know, we might get lucky. Although I'm not overly confident. Ooh, we've got a grip on it. No movement yet. Oh, I think it has got a little bit in there. Let's have a look. I think we got it. What's left of it? It's clear, I think. So we'll run a tap down there, and then that should sort it. These are M4, so I'm going to send a 3.3mm drill through it and then tap it. We've got decent threads in there, that should be all good. Here's the cleaned up drum. Looks a lot nicer now. A lot of the marks have all come out. I mean, there's a few dings here and there that we can't do nothing about at the minute. but it's cleaned up quite nicely. Very happy with it, and now we can look about getting it onto the kit.